Hey guys, welcome back. It's Maverick here with another episode of Violet Evergarden. So, I don't really know what's going to happen in this episode. Presuming from last episode, with the facial expressions of Violet and whatnot, it seems that she still has something troubling her. Now, that can be one of two things, right? Either it's, her past catching up to her, former, I think, naval captain or whatnot. So I assume that's like a little hidden storyline that's going to come out in the future. Or last episode, she did realize that, hey, she does miss the Major very much, right? So I do think that realizing her own feelings, she might want to do something about it, right? So with that in mind, let's get into this episode. All right, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be muting all the background sounds from now on. I just don't want to have any more troubles in regards to that. More of a reader, eh? Is she talking about herself? By the way, Violet should be pretty famous now, right? Considering she's getting all of these big clients and whatnot. Da, 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 da. Hmm. Now, considering this only has 13 episodes, I'm really curious how they are going to end this. I mean, I know there's the movie and all that, but wouldn't that mean... Like, you would think with a storyline like this, there would be some kind of resolution at the very end, right? Making peace with herself over, what happened to the Major, or her past or whatnot. But the fact that there's actually a movie after this means I'm kind of curious what exactly the ending of this season is going to be. Yep. Well, Roswell Province. Look at the greenery, man. Weren't she the one who requested her? Ooh, okay. Hmm. Well, you certainly have a good eye to notice that she's also a child. Cleanup duty! Yeah, I was like... I like how Violet's starting to get, some sass in here as well. No, she's never cooked before. Oh. Yeah, she's quite assertive, actually. See, this is how you're supposed to uh, do this kind of okay, do this kind of job. I mean, like in the last episode when he was just reading without giving, hints as to it's a dialogue, it's a quote, it's a narrator. How the heck is she supposed to do it? A play for kids. So I guess the person he lost was his daughter? Wow, look at those water effects. He named the protagonist of the story after his own daughter. Ah, it's the emotional music again. Of illness, eh? Wow, look at that. As closure for himself. Walk across the water? Oh, fly across the water. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good concept, considering this is a play for kids. What? Huh? What? Holy shit. I mean, she's probably just going to... Hmm. Yeah, move on forward. Yep. What the hell are you made of, Violet? Ooh. You already jumped really, really far. Oh. Now is she gonna think of the promise she made with the major or something like that? Oh, we're back to this. Why not? Hmm. Okay, so who can she turn to help now? I mean, who's gonna be the one that brings her out of this? Oh, the Evergardens? Uh, uh, uh. In episode 7, eh? Well, nothing. Just nothing. Okay. That's certainly impactful. Alright, see you guys after this. Well, it was bound to happen sooner or later. I will admit, I certainly did not expect it to happen this early in the series, right? We knew that shit was gonna hit the fan someday. We knew that Violet was going to learn about Gilbert's situation. I was expecting something more like during episode 10 or whatnot, not in episode 7, right? Although, I guess this, in a way, also is a testament to how far along Violet has already grown as a character throughout these 7 episodes, right? In fact, in this episode, by all means, I think she's you can pretty much just say that she's like a normal human girl. Certainly a little bit more distant and a lot more polite, I guess you could say. But, you can chalk that up to having a good upbringing or strict upbringing or something like that. But, with the way that she interacted with people and her reactions, her responses and whatnot, sure, there are still some areas where she doesn't have experience in or whatnot. But by and large, I think she is able to fit in with society quite well already, right? And so that is, I'm sure that, from the first, when we learned of her up to she is now, probably a lot of time has already passed. I don't know how much time has passed, but certainly a lot, right? So I guess we also have to take that into mind when thinking of, hey, she's already being broken the news that Gilbert is, presumably dead, right? And I'm quite curious how exactly she is going to heal in the next episode, because obviously she is in denial right now, right? And I really don't think this is a thing where she can just work it out herself. She's gonna have to rely on some other people. Now, who exactly that can be, I guess the obvious choice would be Benedict, since they gave him a special close-up when Violet was running away. Some other guesses I have would probably be Mrs. Evergarden, actually. I kind of feel that having a more mature presence would be of help in all of this. Definitely not Claudia, though. Claudia's the guy who Violet goes to after she's calmed down and is able to, think rationally again, right? So I guess that's something we'll look forward to in the next episode. I guess we should talk a little bit about what happened in this episode, though, right? Because certainly the entire situation with the father and daughter and whatnot, it was quite touching as well. Although it kind of goes back into something. I don't even want to call this criticism, but it is something that I feel was a bit lacking from the series, and that is, having more time for us to basically have a relationship with these characters, right? Like, don't get me wrong, it's still a sad story, and it's still an emotional story and whatnot, but at least for me, I would prefer if we could have a little bit more time to spend with these characters, get to know them a little bit more, and spread out the emotional parts a little bit more as well, right? So, we really get into their backstories, get into their behaviors, their attitudes, what they were like before, what they were like after, and indeed, like, the various bits and pieces of memories that the guy had with his daughter and all that kind of stuff. To me, that I would have felt a much more emotional pull if it was in that sort of respect, right? As it is, I'm just like, okay, yeah, I get it, but it's definitely not something that's going to bring tears to my eyes or whatnot. Well, is it heartless? Maybe, but I just enjoy it a lot more when you have time to really cultivate the emotions, if you will. And I guess I can't really say it's a criticism of this because, that's just the limitation of the medium, right? Anime, of course, needs to cut some stuff, needs to shorten some stuff in order to fit into however many minutes over how many ever episodes, right? But, I just, for me, I just wish that we could have had more time to spend in, honestly, all of the various stories that we had, right? So, that's just unfortunate thing of this. And also, what was supposed to be a very touching scene at the very end there, where the guy finally, finds resolution, finds peace within himself by watching Violet jump, skip, hop over the pond, or however you want to call it. Certainly that's supposed to be a touching and emotional scene as well, but for me, the entire time I was more focused on thinking, what the hell, Violet? How the hell are you able to do something like this, right? Because it is quite miraculous, right? This isn't a world with magic or anything. She's not using any advanced gadget or technology to do this. She's by and large still just a regular biologically human girl, right? So how she's able to do that kind of stuff, I have no idea. But certainly it was pretty, right? That's something that you definitely can't take away from this scene. And, speaking of pretty, I gotta mention the water, right? The artwork, the art style, and the physics of the water. That was exquisite, right? The entire time I was just focusing on, the water motion, the glimmer, the sheen, looking at the light on the water. And not only that, but also, like, the ripples, and then also the various leaves and whatnot that are on the water and how it moves and sways as well. That was awesome. That was pretty awesome. It's the little things like this that really catches my eye here. That detail to the artwork there is stunning. Absolutely stunning. And in a way, it kind of distracted me also from the other stuff because I was busy marveling at the water instead. But anyways, that's just me. I'm sure a lot of people may have gotten very emotional over this episode. But I'm more like meh, right? And hey, she got her parasol, her little umbrella there, which I think is going to be a main staple of her. I think in all the visuals I've seen, she had that little parasol with her, so I guess that's where it comes from, right? And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this episode. Not really too much else to talk about. We did get a little bit back to the, my hands are bloody, that kind of thing. Hopefully that's not going to become too prominent of a thing in this. Although, thinking of some of the comments I've read so far, I guess it probably will be. Some people have mentioned things like, PTSD and whatnot, so I guess that might presumably be something that hits Violet in the future, right? What I'm thinking is going to happen here, actually, is that in the past, she was kind of emotionless, right? She didn't feel for anything. She didn't really care that she was killing people and all that. As she is gradually getting more and more emotional herself, though, eventually she's going... It's like a delayed PTSD, I'm thinking. So maybe afterwards, once she really starts, you know, having a sense of empathy and whatnot, she's going to look back at the things she's done, and then she's going to be horrified by it. Which, no, I can understand it from a storytelling point of view, and so on and so forth, but, I mean, it is war, right? And you gotta do what you gotta do. So, anyways, that's it for now. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one as well. Adios.